So at MPowered Mortgages, our purpose is really clear. We want to make mortgages fit for the 21st century. Our whole reason of coming to market is that if you look at the process of a customer going via a broker to get a mortgage at the moment, it's only at the end of that process, which could be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, that they actually get certainty about whether or not they can actually buy that house. What we want to do is give them certainty a lot quicker in that process by underwriting the mortgages in real time. We are obviously on a pilot with MAB, which we're very grateful for you being part of. And the idea of that pilot is that we learn and we become successful, but only when you and the brokers tell us that we are successful in the residential mortgage space. So the first phase of our launch, we are launching at 75%, as you say, up to 75%. At the moment, we're mainly purchase. We'll be bringing out some remortgage products very shortly. But over the 3 phases of our launch, we will be pushing up the risk curve, and that's pushing up the risk curve in terms of loan to value, what we can accept as criteria, further products enhancements. So what we're hoping to do is get to the point where we're at 90 to 95% lending, preferably by the end of the year. At MPowered Mortgages, it's absolutely our ambition to offer an alternative to the residential prime mortgage lenders that there are in the marketplace. And the way that we want to do that is that we want to issue great products at a great price, and we want to issue them, with as much certainty, consistently and at scale in the shortest time as we can for that customer. We do this by looking and researching and partnering with funders that are able to give us a really good line of liquidity, but also support the product innovation and the competitive nature that we want to throughout the whole process that we go through. We want speed and certainty for that customer. So in any house purchase or any remortgage transaction, speed and certainty is key, especially in the new build market, whereby we have to secure things in a very quick timescale for the customer to be able to stand a chance of actually purchasing that property. So we think that in the future, our timescales for issuing mortgages offer using the automation in the system, we just want to get quicker and quicker and quicker to the point where we want to be offering some mortgages at point of sale or point of recommendation, should I say, to the customer. If that's what we can do in the new build market, then it effectively puts a customer who needs a mortgage in the position that a cash buyer would be in when they come to reserve that property. So whilst I can't at this minute in time answer that question specifically, Brian, at MPowered Mortgages, it's our complete ambition to be in every sector of the market and offer customers a variety of products fit for purpose with innovation in them. And we'll be looking to MAB advisors really to let us know what those sectors are and where there are gaps that we can probably come in and fill. So our MPowered platform works differently because fundamentally we work in real time. Okay? What I mean by that is that on the very first keystroke that the broker inputs the case, or indeed their admin inputs the case, our system starts underwriting that mortgage. Okay. What we don't do is we don't ask for any data that we can get in the background on that customer. But also what we do is we read documents. So if you upload a document, we look at those documents, we ensure that those documents are what they say they are, we extract all of the information from those documents. And what we fundamentally got in the system is a very sophisticated rule engine, which is and we also use advanced technologies such as machine learning and deep learning, whereby where systems, other lenders' systems might be digitalised, the combination of all of that technology actually makes ours automated. Okay, and therefore what we do is we take lending policy, criteria, scorecard, everything that you can imagine as that we'd need as a lender, and what we do is we effectively make rules out of them. Yeah, so as the information's coming in, what we do is those rules fire against the policy, and the system is doing what the system can do, and it's not replacing the human, but it's doing what the system does better than the human in making those decisions. What happens then is when the application is submitted, the underwriter is faced with a set of red rules and a set of green rules. The red rules are the ones that they need to look at because they might be out of policy, the parameters of the policy that are in the system. It might be that they just need some more investigation. But the green rules that have run, which are, all of the documentation there? Does the income on the documentation, on the pay slip, match that on the bank statement? Have we done the necessary credit checks? Is their credit checks all clear against our policy, etc.? All of that runs green. Yeah, and so what happens is the underwriter doesn't have to look at that, they just concentrate on the red bits. So the ideal is to get that system so whereby there is very, very few of those red bits, and that happens over time and with training and machine learning, etc. So that actually it gets to the point of, instead of submitting the application, they can just press get offer, because the system has done what the system needs to do behind the scenes without risk and within policy and criteria, etc. for the customer. Everything in the MPowered platform happens in real time. So we have advanced technology in there. So as you've already alluded to, artificial intelligence, machine learning, that it enables us to gather data and assess that data and question that data in real time. The other benefit of the system is that the machine learning helps identify commonly asked questions throughout the process that if the broker doesn't answer, the machine will pick up and send back into the journey and into the process those questions, which will then means it doesn't even get to an underwriter before those questions are asked. It can happen in the journey. So that's the benefit of the machine learning and the artificial intelligence within the system. Everything else and all of the OCR, advanced OCR technology that we use to read structured documents just means that we can get accuracy on that data. So we take data from the source, we read that data, we digest that data, we run it against a rule set, and then we are able to use that to make our credit decision in real time throughout the journey, even before it hits an underwriter in some cases. Yeah, so for me there's two definitions of product. Okay, there is the product of the everyday. Was it a resi mortgage? Is it a buy-to-let mortgage? All of that kind of thing. But there's also the product as in the user experience and the way that the customer can interact with us and get faster and better decisions via the broker effectively. And if you look at any industry over the last 10 years, any other industry that's been innovated, it's been done by user experience. That's become the product. So Netflix sell movies, Spotify sell music, Uber, they sell taxis. At the very heart of everything that they do is they've changed the customer experience to bring that innovation and that product development into the 21st century, which is exactly what MPowered Mortgages wants to do with regards to the mortgage world.